What's up, guys? This is the OG Slinger. You can call me Slinger. And it's funny how things work out. I've been playing this since the beginning. I'm a founder, and Ash was one of my most important Warframes when I got him. So, and just so you know, if you hear coughing in the background, I didn't know that my mic was actually flipped down while I was recording this originally. So there's going to be a something like that pretty soon. These are the builds that I'm using for this. Ash is the Umbral Ash Prime, just so you know. You can go back and look at the beginning. I'm just showing my builds real quick before I go into Mott Steel Path. And a lot of times, other than in my simulacrum, there we go. I actually go to Mott and test solo on my builds. What I wanted to do with Ash this time is I wanted to kill Misery and make it look easy. So, believe it or not, you might be looking at this going, "Oh, he's showing us how he does this in Steel Path." No, it's not really about Steel Path because Ash is pretty much God in Steel Path. So is Loki. That goes without saying. I do use Loki. I'll make a video for him later, but Ash is kind of like one of those OG Warframes that once you get out of the original three, if you got Ash, it was a big deal. So he's not the ultimate killer for like crowd control and masses, but he's very durable and he's just if you look at him, he's a badass. I mean, he's got the chest, he's got the arms. He doesn't look over like bodybuilder-ish, but he's definitely no slouch. Loki kind of looks like I don't know, like he's got small man's complex or something. So that's the weird thing about Loki that I'm like his body just looks weird, but Loki's got his uses. He's a really good guy. So I know that's weird of me to say. He looks, I don't know, like Napoleon to me, where Ash just looks like a badass. And he is a badass for survivability. Now, if you want to get the most kills, go with Octavia or, there's a lot of frames that get like tons of kills. But survivability for the long term, Ash is just this amazing frame that you don't even have to shield gate with him. Now, don't get me wrong, you can. I've done it. But for mid level like this is only 140s. It's pretty hard to kill Ash with a basic setup. Now, I do have Umbral mods, all three on here. And the reason I do is it's suited for Ash better than a lot of the other Warframes that I've tried it on. It just works. It gives him like a 177 strength. And you can still make a very affordable build. And affordable is important in Steel Path. Your power shouldn't be costing you more than what you're gonna get too much. Like once in a while you'll see me hide and I'll drop a pizza like everybody does, which you can't do as often in Steel Path as you can in normal missions. So you want an affordable build, but still has power, strength, durability. Ash meets all those needs for me, and that's why I'm a pretty much an Ash main player. Now, don't get me wrong, Revenant is also one of my mains. Korra is one of my mains. Ivira is one of my mains, but all for situational uses. So, Ash just makes this look like kindergarten stuff. He's got invisibility. And this build here has silence on it. I'm thinking about changing the silence out later for different things as long as it's affordable. That's the main thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to basically, with my Vovophyla, I'm going to make it look easy to kill the Acolyte Misery, who can be a pain in the butt sometimes to certain players. So Vovophyla is an important one to have with viral quills. And not being impatient is another thing. Like here, I'm in this room. I'm actually setting up for Misery to come after me, and I'm checking out different points of okay, how do I ambush this dickweed and put him in his place and make it look easy. So I'm already looking around right now while I'm playing and buying time for Misery to come after me. So right here, I'm kind of like, okay, I've got high ground. I'm going to just, destroy these little pricks and buy my time. Here I realize I don't have the distance to use my fourth, so I get down on the ground with these guys just so I can probably hit a fourth and get some more kills. No big deal. Now I'm checking out the scenery again. Inside my mind, I've already got a plan. You need to have a plan. If you're going to play solo, if you're going to play with a group, you need to have a plan. If you play with a group that doesn't have a plan, you might as well not play with a group. Just get better and play solo. Or just play for fun, which is probably the best thing to do. Alright, here I decide, oh, this chandelier would be a good spot for when Misery comes. I was looking at it and I missed it, and I'm like, oh, okay. But wait a minute, that might be a really good spot for me to obliviate Misery. And it's all about the steel essence at the end of the day. Like, let's face it, what do we come for Steel Path for? To clear all our nodes, which I've done already, and to get steel essence to get Umbra mods, basically. You know what I mean? Or Kuva. Kuva's important, for Riven churning. So. Alright, so now I start to hear Buddy Boy's breath on my back. Like a creepy movie. And I'm like, okay, I've got my spot. There he is. Hit him with the Kuvazar. Mash him with a couple of my number 2s. And already the damage has been done because my Vobophyla hit him with the Viral Quills and he was unbleed out. So there was no contest. He was done before he knew it. Now it's just finishing up the mission and taking home my goods. For everything in this game, these Warframes are all tools. Some people tell me sometimes, oh, I wanted to do it with this Warframe, but I had to do it with this Warframe because it was easier. Why would you use the hardest tool to do something? Use the easiest tool to get the job done. For me, a lot of times it's, in these kind of missions, I'd use Revenant or Ash. But, I mean, I might use Korra if I'm playing with team members that know their jobs and objectives in the game. Or Octavia. But it's all about, if you're playing by yourself, Ash is a good way, Loki is a good way, Revenant's a good way. Yeah. Alright, guys. That's a video I'm going to put out. Have a good one. Warframe on.